hit the wrong button.
Talking to ourselves all the time, but I mean somebody who's listening occasionally.
We're always talking to ourselves because that's just we're always by ourselves, you know. So
pretty much.
Except for today.
Yeah, we did have company today.
Good day.
We had a good day today.
Good day.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So.
I mean blueberries again, guys. They're in abundance here.
Hey, Becky.
Becky's always first.
Not always, but pretty close.
She's pretty close to first almost every time.
Yeah. And Brenda's usually pretty close to first or second. So we can count on you two if we can't count on nobody else. And there's Mark and Mark. We got 2 Marks.
Yep.
And then we have Valerie and Carolyn and Mama Tried and Christy and Firefly Moon Pie. That is so hard. And Vicky and Shay and Breathe and Kubota Acres. Colette and Grizz. Kitty
Grizz is here early today.
Diana and Debbie and Courtney. Hey, Courtney, thank you. Courtney sent me some, I think that's the right Courtney. She can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the right Courtney. Sent me some Louisiana coffee this week.
Oh, that's who sent that. Okay.
Yes.
I know you said you got some.
Yes. I said something the other day about Louisiana, and she found it.
Oh, Jen from the Nut House, Marshall and them made it home.
Well, how about that? We'll talk about them in a few minutes, too.
Oh, we're going to talk about somebody?
Yes. I get to talk about people tonight.
I didn't do nothing today, guys.
Oh, yeah, but Wanda gets all the blame.
Wanda gets all the blame tonight. Yep.
That's okay.
The Lori family's on the internet on the homestead at last.
Yes, Brian got internet today.
I was over there when that happened.
Yes. Yeah. And I had to leave Danny today and leave him with Brian and poor baby.
I was by myself most of the day after we left Brian's.
I left him today for a little while, y'all. Isn't that funny? Hey, there's Dee. All eating my steak while listening. Oh, come on. Rub it in, Dee. Rub it in.
Oh, man. We had steak a couple days ago, though.
Yes. It was awesome.
Alicia, blueberries. We have tons of blueberries.
Yeah, Danny's eating blueberries. And I'm not sure. Things keep popping in. I'm trying.
Yeah. Hey, Dominguez Mundo.
Yes. And Andy's backyard. We got Christy Betts. We got a lot of our friends in here.
A lot of people in here.
Well, all of them are our friends. Wholesome Roots. I mean, I see everybody. Windy Acres Farms. I guess they live somewhere where there's a lot of wind.
I'm guessing, being I would be called that,
I hate to think it was the other Windy.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. We ain't going there, y'all. Hey, Two Family.
Yeah.
Ohio is present and accounted for. Pretty cool.
Yeah, Meredith is Amanda from Freedom Makers.
Yeah. So today Brian got internet, so he can monitor from across the road.
Yeah, that's terrible. He's just, what, 200 yards, 300 yards from us?
Yeah.
And he couldn't even get online with us.
We may have to bootleg off Brian. Can we do that?
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, so now we all have our internet going here.
The off-grid cabin across the road has internet now.
Yeah, it is it's an off-grid shed.
Off-grid shed, I'm sorry.
It's a shed.
It's a shed.
The tiny house has
It's a fish
internet.
camp.
It's a fish camp.
It's a fish camp on dry land.
No fishing around. But the tiny house has internet now. So y'all can get more from the tiny house. Hopefully, Brian will figure it out and get things going again.
Wayne says his Cherokee 10 pumpkins are popping out of the ground in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow. I meant to have pictures of ours, and I did not get them. But I've got pictures of a lot of things, but Cherokee 10 pumpkins is something I didn't go back out because I was...
I might just let you sit back and monitor tonight because you know what you want to do. I did nothing today to help you do anything. You were off on this tangent today doing something. I'm not sure what you did because I wasn't with you today.
There's a video about that later, y'all. First off, what do? We picked.
She's a butler. They are premier blueberries. Okay.
Yeah. This is what we did today.
Rattlesnake beans.
That's about a 2-gallon bucket.
About a 2-gallon bucket, yeah.
And I got a full bucket, and I put up 6 quarts a couple hours ago. I ran in and canned beans right quick.
Yeah.
And
we couldn't let them run.
Then we picked tomatoes off and on the last 2 or 3 days.
I've got Amish paste tomatoes.
Oh, remind me, my dehydrator's still going.
Yeah, you have tomatoes dehydrated.
I have a video coming up about this. I cut up some of my tomatoes and put them in the dehydrator. So I did that before I left today. What else? Oh, this is some of the pictures of what our garden is looking like. So you want to explain?
This is butter peas here. These are in container gardens. We have learned that butter peas are real drought resistant, so they do well in the pots. They love heat. They love hot weather, so we, you know, they're doing good. Okay,
Hoot Owl Hollow wants to know why you have to eat every 2 hours.
I have a protein deficiency in my body. My blood sugar crashes on me extremely fast. I have what's called reactive hypoglycemia. My blood sugar will show it's perfectly fine, but my pancreas keeps secreting insulin, which causes my body to literally crash. And I have to keep enough protein in my body to keep everything in kilter. If I don't get my protein every 2 hours, like right now I'm sitting here, I didn't do it today. When you leave me by myself, I just don't take care of myself, I reckon. My voice is kind of going away from me.
He literally got too hot.
I got too hot messing with the goats today. They wouldn't do what they were supposed to do, and it was like 100-something degrees out there. I was wrestling with them in the heat and got too hot.
I think you got too hot.
So I got way too hot. Yeah.
Jen says she harvested Jan said she harvested her first rattlesnake beans of the season today. Wasn't nearly as many as Wanda's. To start with, you only get a few at a time. You might get a couple of handfuls.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, it's like they kick in. And today was our first big picking. I put up 6 quarts, but I've been picking off and on every 2 to 3 days and might get 1.5 quarts to 2 quarts at a time. And somebody asked about tomatoes. They wanted to know, what do you do to keep the birds and all that stuff off tomatoes?
We don't have any problem with birds in tomatoes.
Well, if we did, Danny would take care of it.
I would just dispatch of them if I did, but because I mean I saw it.
I'm planting water, but it's not coming up.
That's Mark. Yeah, y'all, we get a lot of flack about this, but the bottom line at Deep South Homestead is just this: if something messes with our food, and it's a predator type creature, bird, I don't care what it is. If you mess with my food, you die. I mean, I know that's probably cruel to say that, but if something messes with anything, we just shoot it.
We eat before we let something.
We are going to protect our food system from the wildlife, you know.
Ash 1448 says her hubby dragged her fishing with him, so she's streaming us from the Gulf. That's true love there. I'm telling you. So, okay, now let me continue on. We planted stuff yesterday.
Yep.
This is where the garlic was. And
we planted blue Hopi flower corn here. If you see in the background, our Cherokee white eagle corn is already tousled. It's all over with. The ears are actually making, so we planted the blue Hopi flower corn here in these 2 rows that looked like a rattlesnake crawled down through there. I was so tired pushing the planter that I planted 2 rows just to see how they'd do later in the summer. And then we planted a mixture of peppers on the right-hand side there.
And I planted
cotton.
Cotton down on the far right-hand side down toward the end. But what else? I planted Algonquin pumpkins. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but hopefully. So we're going to try that. We had Miss Catherine from, I think, Canada sent us the Algonquin pumpkin. So we're going to see how they do. Man,
that's so funny.
This is what corn is that?
This is a Cherokee White Eagle corn and the Star of David okra.
Yeah. And then I have a picture of the okra up close. I mean, I went and took pictures this morning. Let me find where it went. Okay. And that's got to be thinned, I'm assuming.
No, it's just that the leaves are that big. The plants are like 6 to 8 inches apart. Some of them further than that.
Okay, somebody's asked me, how do I use my herbs for tea? Can you use it fresh or dry it first? I use a lot of it fresh if I want to make fresh teas, but you can dry it, and I mean, it can be used either way. It's just your preference. All right, these are the peas. Oh, this one didn't get fixed where you can see it really well. We have...
These are pink eye purple hole.
I don't know if it'll let me, it won't let me fix it now, don't think. But
you probably can't drag it now that you've done that.
But these are, we've got how many, 7 or 8 rows?
6, 7, 8 rows.
I think 2 of the rows are on the fence on each side.
There's 6 rows over to the side.
I didn't fix the picture, y'all.
Yep.
This is our Back to Eden. That's what our tomatoes are looking like.
And our rattlesnake beans.
Well, I have a better picture of the rattlesnake beans.
Oh, okay.
That's the rattlesnake.
That's the rattlesnake beans right there, guys. They are jumping today.
They just really took off. They're looking awesome. I'm probably one of the prettier things we have going right now. They just look really nice.
Good. Are the pumpkins vine borer resistant? The Algonquin pumpkins are supposed to be pretty resistant to the vine borers.
What about the Cherokee tan?
The Cherokee tans, we haven't had any problem with them yet. But the vine borers have got all of our North Georgia candy roasters. Most of them. They got our Hopi Grays, our yellow crooknecks. They got all of that stuff.
Now, I managed to save one. What is that?
Hopi Gray.
Hopi Gray. The vine borers had eat the whole root off, but it had grown into the ground in spots, so I managed to save it. This is our sugar cane that is here by the house. We have another field of sugar cane.
Yep.
It is looking awesome because we hadn't shown the sugar cane in a while.
No, we haven't, not really.
This is the apple tree. Y'all look at the apples on this tree.
That's after we lost one of the main branches in it.
Yeah.
We lost probably 100 apples off the tree.
Well, actually, I used them. I made jelly.
Yeah.
And this is what some of the apples are looking like. There's no funguses on them. There's hardly any bites. We have stink bugs starting, right?
Yeah, the stink bugs are starting to sting them a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but that for the most part, they haven't really any bugs gotten into them yet. So we're hoping to harvest within 2 to 3 weeks.
Maybe, let's just say 3 weeks.
If something happens, then we harvest early. This will be our next project.
Oh, Alicia, no, it's not too late to put your sweet potato slips in the ground. As long as you've got 120 days before frost, you can do it.
Yeah. This is our next project.
Figs. We have probably 40 gallons of figs on this one tree right here.
This will be, within the next 2 weeks, we should be harvesting. And almost every limb has anywhere from 4 to 8 figs on it. And I mean, you saw there's a lot of limbs there. And once they get big.
Yes, Amanda, the cane harvest will probably come sometime in late October or November, depending on the cold weather.
Okay, so y'all know Danny stayed home today.
I did. I stayed home today and I backed.
The deal is, Marshall Farms contacted us last night late, and I didn't see the message till late, and asked if we want to go with them somewhere. And when they got here today, Danny was tied up waiting on the satellite guy because we're going to have our satellite moved to a different location, and he couldn't go. So I went with Marshall Farms today. And this is where we went. Country Girls Creamery. And it's owned and operated by the Smith family. And we just had a ball. This is chocolate milk. Delaney was going after chocolate milk, and I got some, and I gave Brian and Lori some. So we all got chocolate milk today. And y'all, this is good. They operate old-fashioned. I'm gonna have a video up this week on it, but they have an old-fashioned milking station, I guess.
Yep.
Some beautiful Jersey cows. This is the cows. They're awesome. They're beautiful. They're healthy. I mean, just slick coated. Some of these cows, I think you said, weighed up to what, about 700 or 800 pounds?
About 800.
Gorgeous, gorgeous cows.
Lou, fig leaves are not edible.
No. And
yes, Enoch, we do preserve the figs. Yes.
Yeah, we make whole figs and fig preserves.
We'll have videos coming up whenever we make them.
Yeah. And while we were gone today, y'all have to know, Marshall Farms got here at 11 o'clock. We got over there by 11:30. And the guy, somebody said that the guy was going to do rides when he got there 45 minutes later. So it had been way after 12 o'clock. We're eating ice cream and riding on a trailer through a field, and I'm going to show you the field, and the cows were in the field. And so it was hot. It was probably 115 degrees out in the middle of that field.
That's the reason I got too hot, because it was just hot.
Danny didn't even go as he got too hot, but we had a blast. Elijah was still eating his ice cream at that point, but we all got ice cream. It's soft serve ice cream that they make there. And like I said, the fields were beautiful. We had a great time. Elijah got to play. There's going to be some playing involved. And this is their hay barn that Elijah was playing in there.
Breathe, our fig trees are planted next to our chicken pen, so they automatically, the roots run up into the chicken pen and get fertilized from the chickens. We do not fertilize them other than that.
Yeah.
Now, Delaney wants to know, when do you start fertilizing your okra? When it's about 6 to 8 inches tall.
Have you already fertilized it one time, right?
One time, yes.
Yeah. And so I'm drinking milk from Country Girl Creamery, and look for a video this week. I went really to get milk, just whole milk, because I'm going to be making yogurt. I'm going to do a video on that later. But this chocolate milk's awesome. So that's what I did today.
Morgan said, how should I kill USRD grass without Roundup? I don't know what USRD grass is. I'm sure it's just a typo, but
USRD. I don't know. Is there a difference between in the quality you get from Easy Pick, Purple Hulls, and regular? As far as the quality of the peas?
Biggest thing you have to watch with Purple Hull peas is when you get a pack of peas, look on the peas to see if there's a patent number on it. A lot of your top pick Purple Hulls will have a patent number, which means that they've been tampered with. Your regular Purple Hulls don't have that usually. Just be careful. There are some top pick Purple Hulls that are not patented, but just look at the peas when you buy them in a pack and make sure.
I'll drink to that, Grizz. He said there was a recall on chocolate milk.
Beth Mitchell says, do you fertilize your field peas? Yes, I fertilize them when they're about 6 inches tall. I do not fertilize them when I plant them, but I fertilize them when they're about 6 inches tall.
April says she sent an email earlier. Okay, I haven't really checked emails lately, so I'll have to check it in just a while.
I looked at one she sent the other day, I think.
Well, she said, was it today or earlier?
I looked at the one about the two guys. I think it was her that sent it, wasn't it? Was it her that sent the two?
Preachers?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, somebody sent me two. I get so much stuff, guys. I get inundated sometimes. So, but I do look at most of it. What do you use on your okra? Kathy says, I just use triple 13 fertilizer. Okra doesn't require a lot of fertilizer. I just use it very lightly, and it usually works fine.
Am I supposed to fertilize herbs like dill and basil? You can do a liquid fertilizer more?
You can do a liquid fertilizer, or you can do a time released. Any one of them will work. I use stuff like that. I don't like a lot of ammonia going to it, so I use something like 8-10-10 or 8-24 or 8, something.
Dion said, or I may not be saying that, Dion said you can use fig latex to curdle milk to make cheese. The Romans used to use it. Now, see, that's something I didn't know.
Yeah, we've never done that. The latex usually breaks you out if it's on your skin.
I brushed up against the fig tree right after it rained the other day, and it left 2 streaks across my arm and burned for like 12 hours. I mean, it really, really, after a rain is the worst time. I advise you not to touch a fig leaf after rain.
Yeah.
Let them be dry. Okay, April says they're going out of town and wanting
We will keep you in our prayers, April.
Okay. I'll check the email in just a little bit. Yes, Freedom Acres put up that our t-shirts are only available for 2 more hours. The first printing, if after tonight, if you order later, they may or may not be printed because they have to have 5 t-shirts in order to print. So this first printing will stop tonight, and I don't know if there'll be any more. And then Crazy Days has 5 more days on it if you want a Crazy Days t-shirt in order to get those. So after that, I'm not sure if we'll do any more for a while. So this will be the last t-shirts for a while.
Debbie, this fall, I may make more spoons and cutting boards. It just depends on how quick it cools off where I can get back in the shop. And some of the garden work gets kind of caught up on and over with.
Plus, I'm wanting him to work on the cabin, and that might delay any spoons.
You want me to get this cabin built.
So we're pushing this fall to have it blacked in so he can work inside the cabin during the winter.
1994 Abigail, do purple hull beans just grow in the South?
I don't know.
They can grow as far north as Oklahoma and
I don't know how this
Missouri, Illinois, places like that. But you got to wait till the ground temperature is about 65 degrees or warmer for at least 65 days in order for them to mature.
Grizz thought the chickens would eat all his Danny corn, but he said now half of them have sprouted.
Oh.
So he's going to have some Danny corn if he don't let the chickens get in again. Somebody wants to know what to do about brown spots on fig trees. That's Mark from Red Duchess. Hey, Charmel.
Okay, there's Miss CD wife, Miss Charmel. Danny, how much feed do you give Daisy? I'm getting different opinions on what I should be feeding Elma.
Okay, it's not Daisy. It's Dolly.
It's Dolly. Okay. Anyways,
and she's got an Elma.
No.
And she's looking for Elmer.
Well, I give each one of them a pint of sweet feed, 12% sweet feed in the morning. I give them a pint of alfalfa pellets in the morning. I give them a pint of sweet feed in the evening each, and I give them a pint of alfalfa pellets in the evening each. I don't give them too much, and they have all the hay, all the minerals, and all the grass that they want, and water.
Thank you, Mama Cat. She had dental surgery. She's going to lay down. Yeah, ours are looking really good. Dolly's looking spiffy since Danny's been brushing her. Yeah, he got all the dead hair off. And
yeah, most of the dead hair.
It's looking really, really good.
Now her feet and legs stay muddy because she stays in that bottom down there because the horse flies are so bad. The grass is like 5 foot deep down in there, and they go down in that grass and just stay in it, walking in the mud all day.
He's eating blueberries, Angie. Yeah, and Brenda said they planted about a gallon of Danny corn that they saved from last year. Goodness.
Oh, that's a lot of corn.
They had to have acres to plant that.
Yeah.
Do we feed any lamb's quarters?
We don't have any lamb's quarter growing on our property anywhere.
No, we don't. That's something we thought. No, it wasn't lamb's quarter. We
thought we had it, but we don't.
Yeah. I was thinking that was it.
We're going to have to find some somewhere and get it brought here to actually get it started.
Yeah. I meant to also ask how often do I fertilize my herbs? How often? I don't need it very often.
Herbs are not big, heavy feeders. Maybe once every 3 to 4 weeks in the summertime.
Pawpaw's Hobby Homestead from North Carolina. Angie got her Danny corn. Yeah, Charmel, we just kind of keep everything. The cows stay in the field during the day, but he's feeding them every morning, every evening, so they're doing pretty good. Jen says, oh, she's talking to him. She said, oh, yeah. Tell him that I got ice cream and chocolate milk from a local dairy. Yeah, it was a field trip today.
Firefly Moonfly says, looking forward to the Kogon grass update. We're waiting, guys. I have patiently done another treatment on it of a different type, and we're waiting to see the results on it because I don't want to put out something if I know it's not true.
Yeah. Lou said the horseflies are so bad they chased her in the house today. they're just being annoying to the
They're
cows.
bad this year. It turned off hot early. And well, when the corn tossels, there's always horseflies, and our corn's tossing, so they're right on schedule.
Yeah, and you've been using Skin So Soft, just kind of brushing them a little bit, and that's helping some. But once that kind of wears off, he's not out there doing it all day, every day. He puts a little on in the mornings and maybe sometime during the day. But after a while, that kind of dissipates, I guess.
I do it maybe once every couple of days. I don't do it very often.
Becky said her zucchini are about 3 inches long and they are rotting on the ends. Why is that, and what should she do?
It's usually caused by humidity or moisture. There's not enough air flowing underneath the plants. They stay damp up under them.
And Sharma said, how much DE? Did you say how much?
I put about 2 tablespoons of DE in each batch of feed that I mix up.
Marshall Farms, they gave us thumbs down because they don't like me drinking chocolate milk, I'm assuming. I'm figuring he is sitting drinking chocolate milk right about now.
Yeah, I mean, we don't care if we get thumbs down because, hey, it's a view. We get paid, regardless. If you got to come on here to give us a thumbs down, and if you do that, we just get money. So, hey, we're not going to fuss about it.
Ash says she wants a Porch Time t-shirt. We actually, in our bonfire listing, we have a Porch Time t-shirt, but unless 5 people order, they will not print them. So if one person goes and orders, they just hold your order, and they don't take your money until we have 5 that order. So the Porch Time t-shirt's still there. If you go to our bonfire account, you'll see them. But unless 5 people order, then they won't be printed.
Yeah, South Georgia Hydroponics is right. Also, I forgot to bring out the fact that they're not pollinating the squash. That can also be with cucumbers. We're noticing here in the deep south that nothing we have is pollinating. Our cucumbers are having weird shapes to them because they're not being pollinated. The squashes are looking all funky from people's squashes because they're not pollinating. Like last year, we had beautiful squashes and got them and harvested them and let them grow for seeds and got them opened up. They didn't have any seeds in them, didn't even pollinate.
Yeah, they look beautiful. Deborah said it was 101 heat index in South Carolina. How much would you say it was today here?
Oh, today, what did I say it was? Oh,
it was over 100.
It was 105 or 107. It was one or the other. I can't remember.
Do you have to trim squash plants to get airflow?
Yes, if the leaves start turning yellow and looking real bad along the bottoms, sometimes it's a good idea to take a pair of scissors and just snip the squash plant leaves off where it can get a little more airflow underneath it. Because if there's too many leaves, a lot of times the bees don't get in there to them to pollinate them and stuff, so it's really good to get some of those leaves off.
Okay, Alicia, I have no idea. She's saying our videos never show it, so I'm not sure what she was asked earlier.
Yeah, it probably got past us.
Yeah, you'll have to repeat a question if you said something. Kim says her cucumbers are going crazy in Texas.
Well, everybody's here is having good cucumbers.
Haven't seen any bees.
Yeah, they're just odd shaped, and that's because they're not pollinating.
Yeah, our cucumbers did the funky. They get big on top and the little T90 point on the end. But some of them got pollinated because some of them were normal.
Yeah.
So we had some of both. So our stuff is getting pollinated because it's growing, and we don't have any farmland anywhere close to worry about chemicals being sprayed really, really close to our place. So we're pretty good. Eyes of my heart. It's been months since my move, and it's the first time I could get on the internet to see us. Thank you. Oh, I miss seeing you too. I was thinking about you yesterday. I saw another name that reminded me of yours, and I said, now I'm wondering where Eyes of my heart is.
Jan says she's having to hand pollinate her squash and cutes.
Yeah.
And you may have to do that. Dion says she wanted some purple hull peas, but she can't get them in Australia. I mean, if I could get them to you, I would, but we're not allowed to ship across border or anything like that.
Yeah, it's hard enough shipping in the United States, much less trying to get them outside of any seeds and stuff they confiscate. When do you cut your blueberries, and how short Do you cut them, and do you cut
I'll have a video coming up here probably in the next, it'll be about a week.
Maybe a week and a half.
I'll show trimming mine up and how I do them, and I'll give a few tips on it.
All right.
Angie's Pantry says, Danny, how long after I plant my Danny corn does it take it to pop out of the ground? Usually about 7 days.
All right. Coffee Time says you have to select live chat now to see all the comments. Okay, I've not been on anybody's live stream in about a week, so I don't know. They keep changing things, so it's quite possible.
They change stuff all the time on us here on YouTube.
We've been so busy till we haven't had time to do much video watching. Danny watches a few in the afternoons.
Yeah, around dinner I do.
I think this week, I don't know that I've watched hardly any, maybe 2 or 3 all week long because I've been so busy.
Yeah.
What kind of pickles do you can, and have you ever made squash pickles? I've never made squash, but I did sweet relish yesterday, and I did refrigerator pickles last week. And usually if we do anything, it's just regular, what is the name of that? Mrs. Wages?
Mrs. Wages, yeah.
I usually follow the recipe to make those pickles. All right. The seed guy sells to Australia. Don't know if they have those kinds of seeds, though. Okay. I saw where someone was introducing stringless bees.
Stingless.
Stingless bees. I was wondering to the area.
To their area.
I don't know.
Never heard it.
S. Federally said if she
Yes,
sends,
I will, S. Federally. If you send me some, I will plant them.
So, I'm saying she. Now, that could be a he.
I think it's a female.
I don't know, S. Federally. He or she, yes, we will plant them.
Yeah.
I mean, we keep saying she, but I'm not 100% sure. We kind of, y'all have to just go with it because we don't.
South Georgia Hydroponics said, please talk about sweet relish.
Sweet relish? Okay, all I did was I chopped up the cucumbers in little bitty chunks. You can use a food processor if you want it really, really small, but I chopped it up.
In it.
I chopped mine up in little, what would you say, just
1/4 inch.
If it's 1/4 inch chunks.
Yeah, 1/4 inch chunks.
And usually I will add onions and bell peppers to it and make it. But yesterday I didn't want anything but the cucumbers. And I took and chopped them up. Then I put them on ice water for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mixed up my vinegar and sugar and my seasonings, my herbs. And I put the herbs in a tea strainer that Jen at the Nut House gave me, and that way I didn't have to use a jelly bag or a piece of what do you call it, the cloth you wrap stuff in. Cheesecloth. Lots of times you put your herbs in a cheesecloth. I didn't. I put mine in a big tea strainer, and it's a big round ball that you can open up and put your tea in. I put my herbs in it, and that way the herbs are flowing, the vinegar's flowing through it, and the herbs are left in the strainer.
Angie, I did some research on the Cherokee yellow beans. They are supposed to be planted only when it's cool.
So we plant them.
We'll plant them this coming spring,
mm-hmm.
Or later this fall.
You might try a few late in the
I'll
fall.
probably try late in the fall to plant some. But right now it's 100-something degrees here.
Oh, I did salt them. Yes, in the ice water I had salt. I'm sorry. Yes. I got sidetracked. Yeah, in the ice water you put salt, and then you rinse them real good, and then you put them over in your vinegar mixture. You boil them for 10 minutes, and then jar them up. Really, really
Time
easy.
for Living says, do you pickle okra? We do for frying.
It's a slight pickle.
It's a slight pickled okra for frying, and it is the best we have ever come across.
Now, I don't pickle it just to eat.
No.
I've never done that. And
well, we have.
You have. I've not.
I have. And just take it straight out of the jar and just eat it.
We might try some this year if we get some. I'm not sure. Do we like collards? Yes. We have some collards that we canned this year. We put them in jars.
Grandma's Rose asked a question way back there a while ago, and I
Maybe
forgot
about
what it was.
chow or something?
No, she made a comment about something and asked a question. I forgot what it was.
Can you repost, please? Okay, she planted hers already because they're still kind of cool. She's way
She
up
said
north.
this last week she planted them.
Yeah, they're.
It hasn't been past 80. Huh. And I can't remember when it was cool as 80.
Not just a few weeks ago, because it was actually reasonable till just a few weeks ago.
It was reasonable till about a month or so ago.
Kay says she's been looking for lamb's quarter on the side of the road. She's found elderberries, though.
We have lots of elderberries here growing everywhere on the sides of the roads, but we don't eat it because they spray it with poison. Do we cook okra on top of our crowder peas? Yes, we put okra in our peas. That makes peas so good to eat.
Yes, I love boiled okra with peas. Oh, yeah. That is awesome. Okay, Lower Alabama Piper says they don't have to work tonight. Yay!
Wanda, can I pressure can boiled dinner if no cabbage is in there? I don't know what boiled dinner is, but...
I don't know, Angie. Ask me again.
Ask her again, Angie. Something got messed up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not 100%. Ham, potatoes, carrots, and stock is boiled dinner. Okay. You've got ham, potatoes, carrots, and stock, and you wanted to know, can you pressure can it?
Can I pressure can it? Yes.
Yes, if there's no cabbage.
You can pressure can it even if cabbage is in it.
Yeah, but the ham probably would be the longest time.
Yeah, go with your longest time on it.
If the ham processes for an hour and a half, you're going to have to process it for an hour and a half. I think that's probably what it is.
Lou says, have you ever made pepper sauce? Yes, I have. I used to keep pepper sauce in jars here all the time. Dawn said they made it up to the 70s here, still 50s at night. Good Lord have mercy. Sounds like heaven.
Charlotte says, I've got the old time purple top collards. If I send you some seed, would that be okay? Do we have any purple tops?
No.
That would be awesome.
All we got is what's called Georgia collards.
Okay, I have not seen those. Dee says she makes a recipe of pepper hash to eat with peas. Yeah, a lot of people do chow and hash and hot peppers.
Hot sauces and stuff like that, yeah.
How will we winter protect the pineapples that we planted outside? We have a greenhouse.
We'll dig them up and put them back in pots through the winter.
Yeah. What we do is the roots on those are not too deep, so you can dig them back up and plant them in a big pot, and they do fine in the greenhouse all winter. We've actually got new growth on 2 or 3 of them.
2 or 3 of them.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if that's a pineapple or if it's just another plant coming out.
Yeah, right now it's hard to tell which one.
Angie said it's 62 here today and 67 was a high with lots of rain. Gosh, when we wake up in the morning, it's already in the mid-70s, headed to 80 with the heat index.
Yeah. And I was going to remind you guys, if you have not joined the Culinary pressure cooker giveaway, go back to our video where we're giving away a Culinary pressure cooker, and go ahead and follow the link and fill out the information, because I think on the 13th they're sending me all the list of everybody that signed up, and we will do a video probably around the 14th on who won.
Linda says, I've tried butter beans with whole okra cooked on top. Hey,
oh, I love butter beans.
Butter beans and okra, that'll make you slap your grandma.
Yeah.
If she don't slap you back.
She probably would. Yeah, any kind of beans like that you can put okra on.
You can.
It's just pretty good.
Oh, tomato gravy, Dee says. I like brown tomato gravy. Now that's just living.
Do I need to make you some brown tomato gravy? You can't really eat it unless I do it.
You got to do it gluten-free, but I could eat it if it's gluten-free. I mean,
one of your famous biscuits, gluten-free biscuits?
Yeah, one of my famous gluten-free biscuits.
It's crazy hot in Florida, yeah.
Rita says he makes his own pepper with habaneros. We got a whole pile of habaneros in the freezer still.
Angie says it's too hot for her. She'll wait till March and visit again. It was nice during the gathering this past time. It was nice, yeah. So we're hoping next March will be just as pretty, and y'all keep March 9th in your date calendar. If you want to come to Mississippi, that's the time to come, March 9th.
Tara says, I'm so jealous of everyone's temps. I am too. I'm a cool weather person. I hate heat with a passion. I know that sounds crazy with me living in the South, but
John says, don't be slapping Grandma.
no, because if I had slapped my grandma would slap me back.
Oh, yeah. Angie says she's never had butter beans before. What are they? Have you ever had lima beans?
Lima beans are better known. Well, they're not. No, there's a difference.
Speckled butter
They're called speckled butter beans because the green limas are totally different than speckled butter beans. We call them colored beans, speckled beans, all kinds of different names.
Yeah.
Angie, let's see.
Wendy Akers says, do you have a lot of cow killers this year? What is?
Are you talking about horse flies? If it's horse flies, yeah, we got piles of them.
I don't know what that means. All right.
Oh, Grandma Rose asked the thing about pecan wood.
Yeah, I knew when I saw it, I remembered it then.
I don't have any pecan wood. I have none.
Yeah, we have a lot of, the whole town has pecan trees, but no, we don't have any pecan wood to work with.
Debbie said, Danny, how long have you been gluten-free? How long have I been gluten-free now? About 2 years. About 2 years or better?
At least 2. Well,
yeah, could be 3.
You had your surgery less than 2 years ago.
That's right. That's right. I did.
And you went gluten-free before that, though.
I did.
Maybe 2.5 years. I think.
Vicky said, what do you do for yellowing corn and green beans? We put 10-10-10 on it. Corn is a very heavy nitrogen feeder. It needs lots of nitrogen. Green beans make their own nitrogen, so they shouldn't need it. Green beans, if you live in an area that's hot, it's too hot for them now.
Yeah, Mark Kruger says he's planning on coming in March. And he had lima beans.
Rob said his grandpa would have beat him to death if he did that. Mine would have too. As a matter of fact, my grandpa tried to shoot me one time. He did.
I can tell that story.
He did. He had a shotgun pulled on me, gonna shoot me, and my mama had to pull a gun on him.
How old were you?
I was like 5 years old. I got into this. I'd done something. You know, I was just a rambunctious kid, being a kid.
How deep is the well?
Well, at Deep South Homestead, it's about 65 feet altogether, I think.
But you hit water at?
I hit water at 15 feet.
Yeah. They probably mean cow ants. Oh, I don't know. Her speckled butter beans have reached the top of the trellis and over halfway down back to the bottom. Wow, that's some running
she's got
beans.
The pole ones in. Okay.
Yeah. Asked Green Gardener guy about your pineapples.
Wendy Akers says cow killers are large red and black ants. We have them here occasionally. We like to.
Not many.
Not many, but what we'll do is we like to cut them in half and watch the back half and the front half run off.
Yeah, I've only seen since I've been here maybe 1 or 2 ants like that. The big old. I've seen a couple more black ants, a few of those, but only one big gigantic red ant.
Yeah, I seen one in the driveway the other day.
Yeah. Cow killers are wingless wasps. They are red and black. We don't have those, I don't guess, do we?
I don't think so. We have what's called a cow ant. It's a big old orange ant with black rings around his body.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking I saw. Yeah. Lima beans must grow down south. Yes. They should
do. Christmas limas grow up south. I mean up north.
Up south.
Yeah, up south down. up down south, north ways, or however you want to say it, over yonder or up yonder.
Freedom Maker says she's glad Grandpa didn't shoot.
If he had, he wouldn't have been here.
His mama would have shot him.
My mama would have shot him, yeah.
Danny had done something. He was a 5-year-old.
I was playing in the pump house. I was doing something at the pump house. I remember it. And I remember being so scared.
And his grandpa didn't want him to do it, and so he pulled a gun, so his mama pulled a gun on him. I mean, this is southern things.
It's just a southern thing down here. People pull guns on each other.
Not really, y'all. You'd have had to know his grandpa.
You'd have had to know my grandpa. He was a rough man.
Any suggestions on tomato blossom end rot?
Calcium. They need calcium. That's what causes blossom end rot. Lack of calcium in the soil.
Dee said she used to get in trouble for busting watermelons in the field and eating the hearts and leaving the rinds. That would get you in trouble because...
I got in trouble for stealing watermelons. I would crawl out in the field on my belly and put the watermelon on my back and crawl like an alligator so that you couldn't really see me in the field that much because the vines were all up above me, and the watermelon would just gradually move across the field like that till it got to the fence, and I'd pull the fence up and roll it under it. Then I'd push the fence up, crawl under the fence, and take the watermelon and go with it.
Angie, they should have those sizes. Oh, and the tank tops. You can't get the tank top in a 2X, I don't believe. And if you're looking for a Crazy Days, I went on to try and put the tank top on Crazy Days, and they didn't allow me to. So I don't know. At some point, I may see if I can change the Crazy Days into a tank top later and see what sizes they go into.
Amanda said, "Did you wet yourself?" Laugh out loud, laugh out loud, laugh out loud. I was born all boy. I have never wet myself. He's always been mean. I grew up being a very mean child.
No, you weren't really mean. You were just.
I wasn't mean. I was mischievous. I mean,
you just stated what you thought.
No, if anybody ever asked me anything, I'd just tell you what I thought to your face. I didn't care if it bothered you or not.
He was just one of those kids that he thought when he said something, that's it. It didn't matter.
I was like E.F. Hutton, I thought. When I spoke, people were supposed to listen.
He was just Danny as a kid.
I was just Danny, okay? I got whippings every day of my life. I probably deserved more whippings than I got because I didn't really do a good enough job. Mama should have whipped me more.
Ooh, somebody just paid $4.99 for a small seedless watermelon. They're going to be outrageous.
Watermelons are going to be outrageous, I'm going to tell you. All food is fixing to be outrageous, if y'all don't know.
Yeah.
And for y'all who don't know, we have a hurricane storm fixing to move into Louisiana, from us to southern Texas this coming weekend. So y'all be much in prayer about that. I happen to think about that.
What do you use for calcium? You mentioned adding calcium to something.
If you need something that's pretty fast acting, a lot of times I use basic slag. I'll use basic slag, or you can actually buy liquid calcium, which is actually better. But if you put lime out, then lime takes about 3 months to work, and so it's not really going to benefit you. You need something that works pretty quick.
Bruce says he's going to buy a T-shirt and cut the sleeves out and put his and hers on the sleeves and send them to us. Y'all, I can honestly say I didn't ever go in a watermelon patch as a kid. And I don't remember ever going into them very often. We planted a few watermelons off and on. But to actually, what you're talking about, a giant watermelon patch?
Oh, yeah.
I've never been in one.
Yeah.
Never. So
I used to pick and haul them. We had to load 18-wheelers with them things all day long, sitting in a row, handing watermelons like this, just one right behind another all day.
Yeah, Christy says her dad said she never did anything wrong, and the rest of the family died laughing.
Marshall Farms Epsom salt is magnesium. It's magnesium citrate. Let's see.
Calcium nitrate works great for calcium on peppers and tomatoes.
Yeah.
High Yield is a good brand. I've seen that one. What's your
Etsy store name? I want Cherokee tan pumpkins.
There's not any there right now, but it's deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com.
Yeah.
We will have some maybe next month. All of them sold this week that were up, and we have one more pumpkin left.
We have one pumpkin left.
One. And we have some in the fields. It hadn't bloomed yet.
They haven't bloomed yet, but they are looking.
They're beautiful, good. And I forgot to put pictures. I
know it. It's the one picture we really need.
I keep forgetting.
It's because it's way off down yonder in the back 40.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know. Guys, before we come on here tonight, we were just war slam out. We had a turkey get over in our pig pen.
I wish I'd have filmed that.
And you should have filmed that because he couldn't figure out how to get out. He figured out how to fly in, but he couldn't figure out how to fly out.
And we ran up down the fence.
We were running up down the fence row at 90-degree temperature. We had like 15 minutes to be live on the air. And finally, I told her, I says, you know what? If the pigs eat him, they just eat him. You know what I mean?
And we came in, and then we decided 5 minutes before we need to be live to go check one more time, and he was back out, and he was ready to go in his pen for the night.
He finally figured out how to get out.
And so we ran in here less than 5 minutes before time for us to jump on. And Danny was you were watching the weather. You were watching to see on this storm.
I was checking this storm out that's going to be coming up in the Gulf this coming week.
And I walked in and looked, and we had 1 minute till 8. And I'm like, okay, we need to go now. And he goes, we got a few minutes. And I said, no, we don't have any minutes.
I was pulling it to the limit, I mean. Yeah, Charlotte, we had major issues growing up planting watermelons with coyotes. Coyotes and coons.
Yeah.
Oh, John Hendrickson said his Cherokee's already 3 inches in diameter.
Oh, wow.
That makes me,
If we don't have any and we don't get any seeds, y'all, we're going to talk to Mr. John about more, but we're hoping to have some this time.
I hope we have some.
Those are really some good little pumpkins.
They are the best little pumpkins I've ever come across.
I'm just looking to see if I missed anything. Other than our videos. We
haven't talked about our videos at all this week.
Well, we did peaches, and we canned peaches, and talked about peach trees, and I did peach jelly.
We didn't talk about our childhood experience. I didn't talk about my childhood experience just a little bit. I almost got shot. You know. That's what it was like in the good old days.
I played with Barbie dolls.
Oh, no. We ran. I shot people with BB guns and.
We didn't do all that.
Yeah, I shot a guy in the leg with a bow and arrow. He's dead now, but I mean.
You didn't kill him. He died of something later.
He died of cancer, but I mean, I shot him in the leg with a bow and arrow.
Maybe you started the cancer in his leg.
No, it was in his back.
Oh, okay.
It was a pancreas, actually. He was my best friend. It was real sad, but anyway.
The deal was, as kids, he shot this kid.
The guy died. He was like
30s or 40s.
No. He was in his mid-20s.
Oh, so he was very young, even.
Very young. Yeah.
One of Danny's best friends.
One of my best friends. Me and him grew up together.
They always were pulling something. Always.
Yeah. Angie says, it's too late to plant the Cherokee pumpkin seed from Michigan. Probably not.
Yeah,
matter of fact, it's probably just getting where you can plant them.
What do you have a gluten-free flour to use? You use for bread? I usually, when I make my breads, the gluten-free is Bob's Red Mill baking flour mix. It's a combination of white and brown rice flour, I believe, and it already has the xanthan gum. I think it's got xanthan gum in it already. I can't remember.
That one now.
I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, that's what I use is Bob's Red Mill if I'm making bread. This is lots of butt whoopings.
I got butt whoopings all the time.
I mean,
my mama whooped me. If my mama was alive today, honest to God, she would walk in here and she would tell you right now, I whipped him every day, whether he did anything or not, because I knew some point in the day he was going to do something.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I played with Barbie dolls and rode bicycles and made houses out of straw and played outside in the straw house that we made, and stuff like that. And I read a lot. I was a reader. I read all the time. I stayed in my room reading.
No. See, Amanda's like I told you. She said I hated Barbies. I made mud pies. See, I made mud pies too. Amanda and me would have got along great as kids.
I didn't play in the mud.
I did. I played in the mud. I throwed rocks. I hit people in the head and watched them bleed. I mean,
we lived two totally
different lives. Two completely different lives. I was a good girl. She was a good girl. I was a little kid in the neighborhood. Everybody said, "Do not play with this boy. He's a problem. He's trouble. He's trouble. He'll never have anything." And it's funny. I went on to own 3 farms.
Yeah.
And I've owned 3 businesses, but I'll never be any good at anything.
Charlotte says those were the most beautiful peaches. I want some so bad. Had to buy some at the store, and they were yucky. We are now finding that something was eating our peaches. They just started yesterday.
Something ate some of our peaches yesterday. I think it was a possum or something.
We ended up, what'd you throw, 3 or 4 away?
3 or 4, huh?
And we have a few that are still green on the tree, and let's hope the possum don't get them. We don't have a lot, but
Yeah, Dee said I got whipped with anything that Mama had in her hand. No matter if it's a lawnmower, pull rope, or what. I've been whipped with fiberglass fishing rods, whatever my mama picked up, a belt. It didn't matter if the buckle was on one end or whatever.
See, I didn't get whoopings, and somebody says
it was across my legs, my back, my butt. You know.
Somebody says Wanda wasn't a tomboy. No.
No, she was not a tomboy.
I was not a tomboy. I wasn't a girly girl as far as frou-frou. I never have been the frou-frou type that had to have the frilly dresses, the hair, the makeup, the nails done. I'm not that type of person, but I wasn't a tomboy either. Albany says she just got in from doing some weeding.
Oh, let's see here. Lou just said after harvesting corn, we would take and build clubhouses with the stalks. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We would make roofs out of them and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. John Henderson said, my brother split my head open twice, stitches, and more stitches. I used to chase my brother down and just beat him. And
because his brother told on him all the time.
My brother told on me all the time. And then one day, he finally grew up. We was in the garden, and I was eating a tomato, and he walked by and hit it and smashed it into my mouth. And I took off running. Of course, he could outrun me in a short distance, but I was a long-distance runner, so I would run till he'd fall down in the field. And I beat him real bad, and I got up, and when I went to walk off, he said, hey. And when I turned around, he hit me right in the mouth with a hoe handle. He knocked all my bottom teeth through my lip. That's why my teeth are crooked today, is because my brother knocked all my teeth through my lips and messed me up.
Yeah. Dee says she always pushed the envelope too.
Yep.
Tim said they made mud pies and fed them to the brother. See, I didn't play with
that. Was life, though. That was the good days.
I had a book and I was inside reading.
No. That's what's wrong with kids today.
See, now Angie said she had to pick willow tree limbs for her mama.
Now we had to take peach limbs and bridal wreath.
No, my mama had a plum tree. It was double plum trees. They came out and they went up like this, and they were huge plum trees, bigger than any plum trees I've seen today. And when she got mad, she says, go pick me a plum limb. And you had to go out to that plum tree, and if you've ever been whipped with a plum limb, it has little knobby things sticking out.
Yes.
And it hurts worse than any little thin.
Peach limbs do the same thing.
Yeah, peach does too.
Yes, I did smoke rabbit tobacco when I was little. I did. Alicia said she hung her sister up from an A-frame swing.
y'all were awful kids.
No, that was life.
I didn't do all this.
That was just
I was so good. My mom would tell you different, but I was good.
See, Dee says bridal wreaths. Yes, they grew in every yard. We call them a switch tree. When the kids was bad, go get me one of them bridal wreaths. You know?
Firefly Moon Pie says her brother shot her in the eye with a BB gun. See, peach limbs. Somebody got peach limbs.
Yep, that's what you got whipped with, was peach limbs.
John said it was better than iPhones. It was better than iPhones.
Yeah.
You had more fun.
Susan said they played Cowboys and Indians. We did. That's how I shot the boy with a bow and arrow. We played Cowboy and Indians.
Yeah.
Kay said her dad would climb a tree and pee on his sisters when it came to get him.
What?
That's what I mean. These were the good days, guys, when we could have fun.
Where it wasn't considered taboo.
Right. I mean, it was just good fun. Nobody got hurt. Not bad. I mean, some people got hurt, but not bad. You just had to be the rougher kid. I mean.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, my mama found me hiding behind the hot water heater in the house. And she went there and she said, son, what's the matter? I said, well, so-and-so's in the yard, and he's got that big dog. He said he's going to get me. And she says, you come on here with me. I said, what? She says, you're going to go out there and whip him. I said, Mom, I can't because he's got a big dog. She says, you don't worry. You take care of him. I'm going to take care of the dog. And my mom went out there, and she took care of the dog, and I whipped the boy up bad. And from that point on, I blamed my mama the rest of my life for making me the way I was because I stayed in trouble. I fought and just jumped on anybody.
She made him stand up for himself.
She made me stand up. I realized I could whip people because I was tall and I was bigger. And I wasn't scared of nobody after that. And the rest of my life, I stayed in trouble. I fought. It is what it is.
Yeah, and I see Juanita King says we had cow patty fights. Now, my cousins and my cousins and I went over to a man's field that had cows, and one of my cousins would throw cow patties, and occasionally it wasn't as dry as it should have been.
Yeah.
you just darted from them, you know. A lot of people shot their brothers or cousins or
that's what I'm
BB
talking about.
guns.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was never around guns when I was little.
Albany said her brother split her mouth open with a rock. You know?
See?
Yeah.
I don't remember doing any of that.
Oh, the pine cone wars. Lori, yes, I forgot about that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you get on the pine trees and everybody throw pine cones at one another because they get the big old stickery things on it.
We didn't do that either.
You'd be bleeding all down your arm, and it was whoever could hurt somebody the worst. You know, you would just, especially the big old long leaf ones, the green ones. Oh boy, you get pine tar on your hand. Oh man. Kathy's right. Sad thing today is kids cannot stand up for themselves now. That's
well,
true.
they can't throw pine cones at each other. It would hurt.
It's supposed to hurt.
You've got a video coming up on that, right?
On what?
The soft?
Yeah, well, technically, yeah.
There's a video coming up about the softness, and not necessarily kids, guys. One of the radio personalities that we were listening to, Danny and I couldn't help but laugh, so he's got to do a porch time on this. It's just too funny.
Yeah.
How soft people are.
Well, my dad raised me. He said, son, don't ever start a fight. He said, but if somebody jumps on you, you make doggone good and sure you finish it. He says, and if you have to, take them out. You know, so that's the way I've always been. I never fought anybody unless they would not leave me alone or they jumped on me.
Man, did anybody
get slingshots? Yes.
And did anybody get a bazooka for Christmas as a kid? No. I've heard of
I did.
It is a bazooka. Explain what it is.
Well, now, what I call a bazooka is what some people call a tater gun. I mean,
okay.
I don't know if that's the same thing or not, but I've had tater guns. Gumball fights, yep.
Yeah.
I wonder what porch time will be about this week. Oh, Amanda, if you only knew, sweetheart. If you only knew.
I'm trying to reel him in on probably what he's wanting to talk about.
Yeah, Wanda has to keep me reeled in. She has to just tell me, no, you got to bring it back in. You got to bring it back in. You can't say that.
Paula Storm says, we did dumb stuff, but we did not eat Tide Pods.
No.
Well, actually, Danny drank bleach.
I drank bleach.
I'm just saying.
I had to go to the hospital. I had to have my stomach pumped out. Almost died. Had to drink half and half cream for about 2 or 3 years, but I survived. You know? And
so Amber says they got a whooping if they lost a fight.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. If I come home, Mom said, you been in a fight today, boy? I was like, yes, ma'am. She said, did you win or lose? I said, I won. She said, good, because I didn't want to have to whip you again.
Yeah, tater guns hurt, so Dee's been shot one.
Yep.
And Erin says she delivered newspapers as a kid. See, where I live, they didn't do that kind of stuff. Newspapers were done by little old ladies in cars throwing them out the window.
No, you ride a bicycle down the road and you pitch it. You had the little satchel that hung on your side. You know, that's back in the good old days. Chestnut wars. Remember the big things?
I didn't do that either.
Those things hurt.
I can imagine.
Those things hurt bad. Mr. Heber always had one.
Porch time's great. Keep speaking the truth.
Oh, I'm going to speak the truth as long as she'll let me. She always has to go in and edit a bunch of stuff out.
I hadn't cut nothing out. Now, I hadn't cut nothing out. I just tell him ahead of time, you can't do this, this, and this. And so he reins him in on some things that probably isn't real politically correct.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to keep him.
She keeps me reeled in.
I'm trying to keep our YouTube channel up, put it that way.
She knows how I am.
I don't want him to pull it down, so
she knows I'm going to say whatever's on my mind.
And that's it.
Yeah, whatever comes out of my mouth is what's going through my head, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Courtney stabbed her older brother.
We used to play chicken with a pocket knife. Remember that? You'd stand on your feet. You would stand and you'd open a pocket knife and you'd see who would stick the knife closest to someone else's foot. And sometimes you would miss and stick it to the top of their foot.
No.
That's called playing chicken. I've done that many times. I've never had a knife stuck in my foot, though.
They said she would stuff her throwing cow patties with gumballs. Ooh. Y'all. Y'all.
Courtney's I always tell my mama it was an accident. I busted the window out of our car twice, and I told her, I said, it was an accident. I shot the neighbor's car out of his window with my gun, and I told her, I said, it was an accident. She said, son, how can it be an accident? You had to see it to shoot it. I said, I pointed the gun, turned my head and looked the other way and pulled the trigger. I said, I did not see it when I shot it. So it was an accident.
See, now Kathy said she got a spanking every day in the 7th grade. The dean begged her to be good the next year. He got tired of whipping you. Stretch game with knives.
Yes. Okay.
Mudball fights.
Mudball fights. Yes.
I fought with my brother, but nobody else. Yeah, you can always fight with your siblings, I guess. But my siblings and I didn't fight when we were little. Now my 2 sisters did, but I didn't fight with them.
Georgia Garden Girl says, Danny, what are you and Wanda done to your fig tree to make it so productive? We planted it by a chicken house.
And it grows right under the chicken house.
The roots grow into the chicken fertilizer in the house, and it does fantastic. Plus, it's shaded by other trees, and it doesn't have the cold, the extreme heat on it.
Angie played the chicken knife thing, too. She got a scar on her foot where her brother missed.
I know. Nobody ever stuck me in the foot. I stuck some other people in the foot, but I ain't never been stuck in the foot. Remember we used to take it.
Jan still has a scar.
Remember when you used to sit in the classroom and you used to take an eraser and somebody would rub your hand with the eraser on the back of your hand and see who gave first, and you end up bleeding and you play chicken that way? Leo said, I shot my dad's boat with my bow and arrow. Ooh, that would be serious there.
That is so funny, Wanda, and she's probably right about trying to keep the YouTube channel up and politically correct. But Wanda, these stories are so funny. These are where he's wanting to go with porch time sometimes, bases on, I don't know. Other people can get away with it, but if Danny says it, then we're going to get all these hateful people telling us how dumb we are. So we have to kind of watch what we say because all we are is dumb rednecks to some people.
We are. Wait. I gotta be quiet. I'll be told my porch time.
Yeah.
I gotta watch out.
Grandma Rose was the little sister. I was the oldest. And Danny was the oldest.
I was the oldest, yeah.
My grandpa used methylate.
Oh yeah, mercurochrome and we bought some methylate the other day.
We did.
We just bought some.
Methylate and mercurochrome.
Yep.
That was the go-tos, and it would burn like crazy.
Remember you had the red stuff all over you? You'd have a big old red patch on you for a long time.
We bought. I don't know if ours was
red. Poison or something.
Is ours red?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't open the bottle.
We hadn't opened the bottle, but we found some methylate. I think it was the other day, and bought some just to have on hand.
Bree says she broke an Etch-a-Sketch over her brother's head when she'd had enough.
Now, see, I had an Etch-a-Sketch, but I love my Etch-a-Sketch. I could draw all kinds of stuff and write and play, and I had a light bright. You remember those?
Yep.
I spent hours playing with light brights. Y'all, I was not a people person, I guess. Tells you I spent a lot of time reading, playing with light brights. Yahtzee. I played Yahtzee by myself for hours.
No, I didn't play no games. If I played games, it had to have a consequence.
What's our favorite thing to grow or plant? Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes. We seem to do better at that than we do anything else. John Henderson says, I am a dumb redneck, and I am proud of it.
Well, we are, but it's funny that people kind of get Yankee with some of their comments. Not necessarily the words redneck come out. Let's put it that way.
No. We called it monkey blood. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You can't buy iodine anymore. Really?
We bought a bottle in town, didn't we?
I don't think it was iodine, no.
It was iodine something else. It had 2 words on it.
Maybe.
We did buy a bottle of iodine.
I don't know, but we found some stuff, and I said, look, I don't know if you can keep getting this before long. We bought like 3 bottles of stuff. My dad said he wished, I guess, he had stock in methylate since he had to use so much on him. On her.
See, that's what happened. Amanda thought that playing chicken with knives and all that stuff was just unique to her generation and her time.
No.
Solomon says there's nothing new under the sun. They did this back in ancient times. I don't know if they had erasers, but they had knives.
Charmel says it'll be the dumb rednecks like us that survive. If SHTF, then all those sophisticated city folks will be knocking on our doors. Yep. What is the eraser thing? What was that you were talking about?
Oh, that's where you, as your kids, you play chicken. The other person takes a pencil and eraser on the back of your hand. He sits there and starts rubbing it like this, and it pulls the skin slam off, and you start bleeding. It's just how long can you take it before you make them stop? You know?
Really?
And then when he does you, then you do him, and you see who can take it the longest.
I've never played, y'all.
You see these scars on the backs of my hands? That's what that's from.
I never did these things. I'm sorry.
Some people played chicken with cigarettes. They would sit there and hold a cigarette on the back of them.
I didn't do that either.
Yep.
I'm telling you, y'all, I must have been one of the good little girls.
You were very protected.
I was very protected.
You were too religious.
The only thing I did was I wrecked my bicycle a time or two and skinned my knees.
Really?
I never broke anything.
Really?
I've never broken any bone in my body.
You never poked somebody in the eye?
Nope. I didn't fight with my sisters and brothers.
See, Time for Living says, it's called the Indian burn. Yeah, remember you used to twist your arms and do the Indian burn like that? Yeah. You twist somebody's arms like that. You do the Indian burn. Yeah, like this. You never had anybody do the Indian burn?
Oh, I've had people do me.
Yeah, that's called the Indian burn. Yeah. Time for Living says we broke broomsticks over my brother's back.
Busted knuckles.
Busted knuckles. I mean, all these things. Me and my neighbor used to get in a fight with our mama's brooms, and we would break the sticks on them.
Slapjack. Oh, games. Yes, I played slapjack. I love slapjack. That was fun. Friday night playing rummy and listening to the Grand Ole Opry. Now, I played rummy. I love rummy and gin rummy. That was awesome. I was a sheltered child, D. I mean, I even lived a sheltered life as a married person. I was the stay-at-home mom that never went and did anything, and I didn't get out. I didn't see all the stuff that everybody else seen, which was really a blessing.
See, Paula's got it all right. They say that girls like the bad boys. I had a lot of girls in my life. Is that what it was because of?
What is Chinese underwear? I'm just curious. Is that where you pull them up? I'm just wondering.
We gotta leave that one alone.
You'll explain later.
We'll have to talk about that later.
Poor baby.
Oh yeah.
I was an angel. I guess. I
mean, literally. I hate to say this on wide open screen for the world to see, but I never had a problem with females. Okay. I usually had more than I wanted, but I mean, is it because I was a bad boy?
Probably.
Or are females attracted to bad boys? I didn't know that.
But the deal is, I guess I was just the type. I've laughed so much that my eyes hurt and dripping. I was just not interested in anything that I thought was not good.
You were too religious. Just go ahead and say it.
But I mean,
you were raised extremely religious. I was too.
But I didn't think about if I was thinking it's wrong, then I just didn't do it. It didn't ever cross my mind to push the limit. Now I had a sister that liked to push the limit.
Yeah, your sister went on to be a very successful lady.
Well, she has.
She has, because she's not afraid of anything.
I was afraid of everything.
No, see, when I grew up, I wasn't scared of nothing.
I still am not comfortable with a lot of things. And I'm not one to just push the limit on anything, hardly.
Alicia, I used to give Charlie horses all the time.
Oh, now I've heard of that. I don't remember what it was.
She's a baller. Chinese underwear is nasty.
Okay, we'll talk about that one after a while, I'm sure. I got to know.
Okay. Well,
I know, Freedom Makers. I'm going to have to Google it too. Just because I'm curious now.
Okay.
Chinese fire drills. Oh, goodness. What is that? Rox Connor says, I'm not like Wanda. I'm a lot like Wanda. I never had any broken bones, but I was a tomboy. I was curious, but not too mischievous.
I have more bones that's been broken than I have that's not been broken in my body.
And see, this is pretty funny. Homestead Hippie says that she knows what I mean. They always called her the goody two-shoes. See, I grew up being the one that sat back and watched everybody else do things. I never went anywhere where there was drinking or drugs the whole time I was in high school. Never ever was around it till I started dating the guy that I married. And that was my first experience with alcohol. I didn't drink it. I didn't drink for many, 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 many years. I wouldn't even touch it until I was probably in my late 30s, and I drank a little off and on for about 10 years. But I wouldn't touch cigarettes. I mean, I was just the goody two-shoes. I'm sorry.
When I was younger, all the guys were dipping skull and all that kind of stuff. Well, I dipped it for about a week. I realized that the girls would not kiss you if you had snuff in your mouth. Yeah. So I was like, this ain't worth it.
Exactly.
You know? So I took it out, and they like, oh, you want to dip some stuff? I was like, no, the girls won't kiss you if you got that mess in your mouth. You know?
Yeah, and see, a lot of them were saying they were a lot like me. I just didn't want to do anything that I thought was wrong, but I did after I started dating. Mine was that I did get pregnant before I got married. That was my first major mistake, which I don't call it a mistake now, but it was the first thing that I did that pushed me over.
But you got married immediately.
Well, 3 months later, but
well,
yeah.
Pretty, yeah, you didn't have anything out of wedlock.
No, I kind of got it out of whack there. That was my first really yank thing.
You planted the garden before you put a fence up?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So they say they're enjoying this craziness. I don't know what it's got to do with anything, but
it has nothing to do with anything educational other than the fact that the life is what it is.
It is.
Yeah, see, Brian and I were talking about doing videos called "It Is What It Is."
It is what it is, and what?
See, Kathy says in Florida, girls dip snuff. See, I never found a girl who dipped snuff.
My daughter, her best friend, dipped, and the day of this girl's wedding, she was still trying to hide it from her mama. Her mom didn't even know she dipped, and she was trying to have a wedding and still have some snuff. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever. I never knew that girls did that until my daughter, her friend, and that was kind of weird.
You know what the funny thing is you look at old people or older people, and you think, wow, they've probably never done anything.
Okay, you know? Chinese fire drills. We did this a couple of times. I did do that.
Like you got a red light, run around the car. You
stop at the red light, run around the car, and change drivers.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what
you'd be arrested now for doing that.
Yeah, you would, but we did that like 9, 10 o'clock at night downtown.
Yep.
In a little one-horse town where there was nobody around.
Oh, guys, the good old days, you know. What has happened to life? Where is the fun in life gone? Everything today is too serious. There's just no freedom. I mean, people, if you do anything, people talk about having you arrested, you know?
Yeah, I know. When I was real young, I had 2 boy cousins that his mom kept me and my sisters. There was 3 of us girls and my 2 boy cousins, and she babysat us a lot because my mom worked. And so the boys one was my age and one was a year older, and they knew a little more than I did. And they would things like calling people on the telephone and asking them was their refrigerator running, and then hanging up and laughing about it, and stupid stuff. The boys always had the mischievous ideas, I guess. But I can remember those type things, but not nothing really, really what you would call me. Now, if you call somebody, they got caller ID.
They'll have you arrested for harassment.
But back then, nobody knew.
I'm telling you, everything has got too technical. Everything is too politically correct. I mean, everything's a hate crime now. I mean, people's feelings, they wear them on their shirt sleeves. Oh my God, he said that about me. Remember when we were young, your parents tell you sticks and stones may break your bones, but words are never heard, or something like that. Went
out the window
somewhere along the line, And the party lines. Oh my God,
we were on party lines.
You went to talk on the phone, the neighbor was listening to everything you said.
Or she was on the phone.
And you couldn't get on until she got off, and she's like, well, I got to talk. You got to wait.
Yeah.
And you said, but it's an emergency. And they go, well, it's mine's an emergency too. And, it was just hilarious.
You can't tell anybody that they are pretty anymore.
No, he's called harassment.
Yeah. I mean, you can't eat anything anymore.
I still tell them.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? Yes, that was.
You better lay it out. And Prince Albert must be expecting cold weather because he always had a heavy jacket on. My grandpa used to tell me all those things.
Tara says she's only 32, but she wished things were like that.
Everything was so fun. You know, I mean, you might have got in a little trouble, you might have got your butt torn up or whatever, you know, but hey, it wasn't bad. You didn't hurt nobody bad. You didn't kill nobody. You didn't pull a knife on nobody. You didn't stab nobody. You didn't shoot nobody or pop a cap on them, they say.
You toted a gun the whole time.
I toted a gun my whole life. I toted a knife my whole life. You know, I never shot but 2 people. I mean, it just, you know.
Well, technically, you know, things happen.
This stuff happens. But I've only been beat up once in my life.
The rest of the time, I didn't even somebody up.
The rest of the time, I beat them up and I didn't know the one was coming when I got beat up. The boy just blindsided me. You know, so I mean.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, it was just the good old days.
Yeah, the stream went down. Did we lose our stream?
I hope not.
Okay, I'm not sure. Well, it says we're live.
We're live. We're still live.
2 or 3 said they lost the stream.
Yeah, it went down. Probably came back up. If it's that, let us know. Yeah, Rock's Corner said. Oh, Amanda said, never mind. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, those were the good old days, and I sure do miss them.
Yeah, we do.
I miss them. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I almost get depressed.
Well, it's bad because you think Danny and I are in our late 50s, but I still feel like I'm 25 or 30. It doesn't. My mind doesn't think of late 50s. My body thinks of late 50s when I do stuff because it aches all over. But I think of being younger. And today, even being with Delane and Tanya and Elijah, I had a blast, y'all. We laughed and joked. It's the most fun I've had in a pretty good while, just chilling with them at the Country Girl Creamery. That was fun. To me, that's fun stuff. And there was a lot of people there, and some of these people have no clue. They came there just for the ice cream and stuff, and they rode around and looked at the cows, and they're, you know, he had to explain a lot about cows, and these kids weren't paying much attention, and they weren't really listening. Delane and Tanya can tell you that. They were there just because it's something to do on a Saturday. If you listen to what they were talking about, oh, Mom says we're going to Country Girl Creamery because they have a ride. That's all they were worried about. They really wasn't worried about the cows and what was going on and how to make milk, and that it was just something else for them to do. But we actually enjoyed it, and we had fun, and I felt like a kid again at times. You know, it was nice. And if I'd have really felt like a kid, I'd have went through that tunnel that that Elijah went through.
Well, I wasn't going in no black tunnel.
Y'all have to see the picture.
You'll have to wait to see the video.
That was funny. I could have done that. If 10 years ago, I would have done it. I'm just not sure my bones would have took it today. But 10 years ago, I would have done it.
Amanda says, I'm banking on y'all being here another 50-plus years. Well, sweetheart, you're going to have to be here to push this old man's wheelchair around, man.
She will get you in more trouble. The two of you together are trouble with a capital T.
Yeah, but Amanda's a great lady. I mean, you know.
She is, but
I can
the two of you together.
We might be trouble. I don't know. But how will we know until we try?
Oh, y'all would try.
Yeah, kids today have no idea what real fun is, Brenda.
I've noticed that gravity's getting stronger. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rob. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, every time I get down in the garden, it's like the Earth's gravitational pull is so strong.
Spirographs, yes.
Yes,
well,
I remember those.
I didn't get one when I was a kid. I think I bought my kids one, but everybody I knew had spirographs, and I went to their house and I got to play with them, but for whatever reason, my mom would not buy us one, and I don't know what it was.
We had one. We just take the pencil and you put your pencil in
and make the circles and
stupid designs. Yeah.
Designs, yeah. Snipe hunting.
Oh, I remember snipe hunting. Take somebody off out in the woods and give them a croaker sack. Put them at the end of a culvert. Tell them, now, you stay here. We're going to go. The snipe's going to come through the culvert. We're going to go out in the woods and run him through the culvert.
Yeah. See, I didn't do any of that stuff either.
See, Georgia Garden Girl, my mama did the same thing. She would lock the screen door. We couldn't get back in. And don't you dare push on that screen door. My mama would tore your butt up.
In a wheelchair, he won't be shooting. He will be running over them, probably.
Yeah. The good old days, man. I'm going to be sad all night tonight. I'm going to be thinking about all this tonight.
Lou says she can see you with a seed planter attached to a wheelchair.
I'll have a piece of PVC pipe reaching out there with, dropping seed down and pushing them in the ground,
April says she's got to get up at 2 a.m. See us in 2 weeks. You be careful.
You be careful, girl.
I remember she's going. I do remember. She told us a while back she was going somewhere. I do remember that.
Oh, Tiger Bouncer said he played hide and seek and his sister hid in the dryer and he turned it on.
Oh, Lord.
I was walking around for a few minutes now.
Oh. And everybody's still alive.
We're still alive. Yeah. I remember, when you take saran wrap and you run across the road with it and you go to that tree, you come back across the road to this tree and you put it like 10 times across the road and the car, we wait for the car to come on and run into it,
Oh, well, we did. My best friend, when she got married, I got married first, and 5-6 months later, she got married. And when she got married, we went out there and put their car on blocks. We jacked it up and put it on blocks. And when they got in it to take off, it wouldn't go anywhere. We did that
to a Volkswagen Beetle at school. We set them up on blocks where it wouldn't go anywhere.
Kathy says she used to climb through the window, getting in and out.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody else got fussed at about the screen door. And you didn't dare slam it.
No, if you slam that screen door, you
was going to get your butt
torn. Because all of them have a spring at the top to close them when you let go of them.
And it would go.
And it would be like, slap real hard, and they'd be like, y'all better get out of here, that porch boy! Get in trouble.
Yeah, hide and seek. That was like, and Red Rover and what was
I ain't playing no Red Rover.
We played Red Rover. And hide and seek.
Played hide and seek. We played tag.
Freeze tag.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Now see, I played all that kind of stuff. Yeah, a bus driver could spank you too.
Anybody could spank you, and your mama better not found out about it, because if he did, you got home, he's gonna get another spanking.
Yeah. And toys can't have sharp edges. We played with scissors.
I had a pocket knife when I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had clackers. If y'all remember clackers, that's the big glass balls on the end of string, and you sat there and they clacked together down here and went up and clacked up here. I mean, glass balls.
Yeah.
And you sat there and done this, and they hit down here until they got enough, and then you made them come up and down. We got to take them to school for a while, and then they outlawed them because some kid hit another kid. It wasn't me. I was good.
Oh, I believe you.
I love my clackers. I don't know what happened to them.
Deborah says we drank out of hose pipes. That's because back then they didn't have BPAs on them. They were just made out of pure rubber. They were okay. Catching lightning bugs.
Yep.
Yeah. We did that. Yep.
And we had yo-yos.
We had yo-yos.
They banned those at school too because some kid hit another kid with a yo-yo. That's why kids can't do anything nowadays.
Lou said there was nothing worse than a neighborhood whooping. Yep. You over at somebody else's house and everybody get in trouble, and you just get.
And y'all got a whipping, and then when you got home, you got another one. See, I didn't do all that stuff.
Yep. Oh.
Our neighborhood kids didn't get whoopings in groups.
We did.
We probably should have had some.
Well, we got tore up bad. We got tore up bad, man.
Oh, now Granny gave me some. Oh, somebody's Granny. Yeah, Granny gave me whippings off and on. My Granny probably whipped me more than my mom and daddy did.
Yeah. Mine whipped me more than my mom and daddy did. My mama whipped me more than my daddy did.
Oh, we went around barefoot? Okay, I'm barefoot now, but yeah, I went barefoot all the time as kids. We always
We still have a well and no running water.
Yep. We do have running water. We got faucets.
Oh, I was thinking about running water. We had to run down the creek and get it and run back. 'Cause we didn't have running water when I was a kid. So.
We do now. We have
Yeah.
running water. Hey, backwoods raised.
Yeah, I seen he was in here. And,
Catching huge bullfrog. I didn't catch any animals.
Oh, we used to gig bullfrogs and cook them.
No.
Yeah, cook their legs. Yeah, that was some
No.
good eating there.
We did have clackers, and I liked my clackers.
Yeah.
Chris said he shattered them. I didn't. And
remember the rubber balls on the paddle? We used to sit there.
Oh yeah, the paddle balls.
Paddle balls. Like we had something else to do. We just like. Yeah.
And now the paddles are so small, and the little rubber
band breaks after
in a second. We had them good, strong rubber bands.
Yeah, that thing would come back and hit you in the eye or the head.
You hit it so hard and it bounced so
hard. Yeah, trying to come back.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go. We done been
there for an hour and a half.
Tetherball.
Yes, put the ball on a little thing and hit it, the string would hold it while it come back around. We'll come back around and hit you a lot of times.
And somebody over there bopped it and bopped.
Yeah.
Tetherball was fun. I like that.
Yes, right in the back of the pickup truck to go down to the creek.
Yep.
Remember that? Or go to town.
Pickup sticks. You remember the pickup sticks?
Yeah, you had a little can. They're dangerous though. You can't play with those things. You know, you're allowed to stick yourself with them. You know?
They were pointed on both ends.
Yeah. Legos, all kinds of things. Not Legos. Lincoln Logs, jacks. It didn't make
marbles.
Marbles. You can't give marbles to a kid now. They'll swallow them, even for a teenager.
They would put them in their mouth and swallow them.
I broke a crayon off of them in my nose one time. Had to go to the hospital and have it dug out.
I didn't want to know that, but okay.
Yeah.
Taking a bath in a galvanized tub in the backyard.
Done that. Done that. Been there, done that. Yep. Matter of fact, after Hurricane Katrina, I took a bath in a cattle tub here. I was a grown man.
You made up your own games. And swinging statue, yes. Oh, I love swinging statue. That was fun. See, all these things I remember. Drive-in theaters. Yeah, those went out the year I was dating. They closed them down that year. That was in 79.
Catherine, monkeys in a barrel. Remember we used to make the comment, you have more fun than a monkey in a barrel full of monkeys.
Yep.
Yeah.
My kids had those. I didn't never play with monkeys when I was little, but I played with them when my kids were little, and I love playing after getting used to trying to do something. I'm the competitive type. When I start doing something, I want to try and perfect it. It drives me crazy when I can't do something. So, Lincoln Logs and Jacks, yeah.
Oh, good times. Amber Black says they still have drive-in movies.
Hopscotch, that was another one.
Yeah, jump rope, hopscotch.
Jump rope, I love jump rope. That was one of my favorite things growing up. And I remember my granny would tie the rope to a tree and then get out there and throw it for us kids. And if she could, she'd give you a spanking with the jump rope. That was, they called it giving a spanking.
Yeah.
When you ran through, she'd pop you in the butt with it as you went through. I do remember that.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
All my grandkids have tablets, yeah.
That's ours are the same way. They all sitting there doing this right here, you know.
Instead of putting marbles up their nose, they okay.
They took a condom on through it.
He was hoping you'd read that, I'm sure.
I saw it before I got too far with it.
Operation. Now that was something.
Oh, yeah.
We played Operation. Yeah. I played Monopoly. I could play Monopoly for hours. I had a friend that lived next door when I was 12 and 13, and she and I could play Monopoly for 5 and 6 hours straight, one game. It was just, we just sat there and played. Mother May I and Red Light. Yeah. I do remember those two.
Yeah, I got to put my overalls about to fall off here.
Roller skate. See, now I never went roller skating.
Oh, I used to love the roller skate. I was a fantastic roller skater.
The first time I went roller skating was I was dating, and I was already pregnant, and I didn't go roller skating.
See, Deborah nailed it. Deborah nailed it. We were all skinny.
Oh, yeah, we were all skinny.
Everybody was skinny. You hardly ever seen a big person when you were little.
I weighed 90 pounds in high school.
In high school?
When I graduated.
When I graduated, I weighed a lot more than that. But, I mean...
not much.
Not much, because I had a wreck when I was in high school. And it, like,
you were probably about 125, 30 pounds.
I was 1 165.
Were you that big?
I was 165 when I graduated, yeah. And that was after my wreck.
I was 90 pounds when I graduated.
Yeah. Red light, green light. That's it.
Homestead Hippie says they still have Monopoly marathons.
Oh, wow.
I don't even own a Monopoly game anymore. Yeah, that's what
Simon says. Hula hoops. Remember the hula hoops?
Yeah, I love hula hoops, and I loved.
Well, some people were so uncoordinated they couldn't do a hula hoop.
I could.
Some people would sit there and try to wiggle themselves around like this, and the thing would just go to the ground. You know,
I could do the hula hoop. I could do the what is it called? The jumping on. What is the thing called that you get on and jump?
The trampoline?
No, the little stick.
Pogo stick.
Pogo stick.
Yeah.
I love my pogo stick. I was 15 years old and could stay on a pogo stick for about 30 minutes solid. I mean, I could hold the record on that, y'all. I'm still telling you, I had very little life then. My life sounds mild compared to everybody else's.
Yeah.
That was just.
Okay, guys, we've been on here too long tonight.
I know
we have got to get off of here. There's young people on here that need to go to bed. Us old people don't have to, but
no, this old person.
Cap guns, remember that?
Oh yeah, that made the racket.
Yeah, you put the little roll of stuff in there. Every time you squeeze it, one of them would pop up and
you jump.
Yeah, and the next one come up.
And we would take and put them down and hit them with a
rock. Hit them with a rock in our hand and drop them on cement. Yeah.
Chinese jump rope. Now I like that one too.
And Chinese chokers.
Eating popcorn,
watching Gunsmoke and Rawhide. Bonanza, that's right.
Bonanza.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Memory lane, yeah.
Oh, man. We have got to get off here, guys.
So, y'all, if you hadn't got a t-shirt, go check out the links for in the description below for Crazy Days and for Deep South. Deep South goes out tonight. Crazy Days goes out in 5 days. The Kasori pressure cooker, June 13th. If you want to register to possibly win one, we'll let you know on the 14th who won. And we're going to be busy this week. We got lots of videos, if I can get them edited. In between y'all, I still got a floor full of potatoes. Just
our whole dining room is still full of potatoes.
I mean, because I've been canning other stuff.
Oh,
you know.
I'm about to lose my voice, so we got to hurry.
Yeah. So mine was, I just got to get the potatoes done.
You need to read off
the list.
Somebody else asked for prayer early tonight. Somebody's having a knee replacement. I saw that a while back. There's all kind of surgery.
Okie Rob asked for prayer for rain because they need.
Oh, they hadn't had any rain in Oklahoma. Okay, Rob.
He said he had sent a picture of his field was real brown. They are really lacking.
Yeah, as many cows as he's got, he really needs that. Yeah.
And other people in other areas, that need rain.
People in Hawaii with a volcano.
Yeah, and Guatemala. And wasn't there somewhere else anywhere there's
for the upcoming storm that's headed headed our way,
Joel Fike, Jay Marie's husband, Amy Sutherland, Dee, Kathleen, A View is a View, B Lady, Tim, Angie's Pantry, Charlotte, Barb,
Nick and Fred,
and Kelly. And there's probably more, but I mean, throughout the time I put people I think of off and on, and so I don't mean to skip people, but as I see them and people say something, I try to write things down.
Yeah, people send us these things all the time asking us to pray for them, and we will.
Hee-haw and big fat red lips. Oh, yeah, the wax lips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm going to be sleepy here. Amanda's going to be getting on to me here
Kathy said Don Adkins not expected to live.
Someone said that they found a mass on one of their family members. Brenda says she just got out of the hospital. Could use our prayers.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, we're fixing to pray here. The night's getting late. Father, thank you for the wonderful night you've given us, Lord. In your scriptures, you say there's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry, there's a time to heal, there's a time to mend. Father, there's a time to do everything. And tonight was one of those times, Lord, it was just a time to laugh. We came on the air tonight not knowing really where we wanted to go with anything, but Father, your Spirit has led us to a wonderful afternoon, being able to share old times with people, and Father, for us to all just go down memory lane and just enjoy the laughter and the freedom we once had, and was able to just have some good fellowship and good time. Father, that was just extremely wonderful. But there's also always needs to be a serious time, Lord. You always said there's a time for healing, there's a time for binding up, there's a time to pray, there's a time for everything, Father. And tonight, we want to take that opportunity and take the time to pray. Lord, there are those that we know that have cancer. Father, they are fighting it on a daily basis. We pray for healing for their bodies. We know there are those that have had cancer and have got good reports. We want to say amen and praise the Lord, raise our hand and say, Father, we just thank you for the healing for that. And Lord, there are those that are having surgeries, things done to their bodies that need to be done to bring them back up to good health. And we pray that that they can have that done, Lord, and it'll be a very big success for them. And Lord, there are those on here tonight that are, let's just be honest, Father, they're lonely. They don't really have anyone in their life. And Lord, I pray for them tonight that that this time would have been good for them, Father, and they can enjoy the fellowship that we've had. And Father, there are those that have financial problems. We pray for that, Lord, tonight, that they can recover financially if they're having issues, Lord. And marital problems can be resolved and everything goes well for them, Lord. And Father, we have people like the Lori family on here tonight who need to sell their home. Father, not only I'm asking you, but I pray that everybody on here tonight, Lord, would send up a prayer for them to be able to sell their home, and so that they can get their family moved here all in one piece and be together in unity. The Bible says it's not good that a man should be alone. And Father, we know that Brian really wants his family with him. So sell that house for him. And Father, I personally have a personal request here tonight that is so close to me that I would rather keep it unspoken. And I would ask that everyone pray that God would grant me that desire for my heart also. And Father, we have many requests that's been mentioned here tonight. It's too numerous for us to even go into. Someone mentioned a mass that needed praying about, Lord. We pray it's not cancer, but it's benign. And Father, we just we pray for the people in Hawaii that's dealing with this volcano, and that they can that this thing will stop, or Father, that something will happen there that will actually bring an end to this crisis that they're facing. And Lord, for those that have lost their homes in it, I pray that you'll help them to mend back and be able to find new places to live. And Father, for this coming weekend, we have a storm coming up into the Gulf that they're saying now it'll hit anywhere from the mouth of the Mississippi all the way to southern Texas. We don't know how bad it's going to be, but we know they're saying it's going to actually split when it gets south of Louisiana. And the Mississippi, Alabama, Florida coastline is going to get something, and Texas and Louisiana is going to get something on the other side, Father. So we pray for protection as the week goes on. And Lord, we think about all the things in life that we face that just seem to be obstacles on a daily basis. We pray that you'll help us to be able to be overcomers, Father. And grant us all the blessings of obedience and the fruits of the Spirit, Father, so that we can live wonderful, healthy lives now. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay, guys. We have got to get off of here.
Yeah. It's been a long day. We've had a lot of fun. I enjoyed going to Country Girl Creamery today. Be looking for a video probably on Crazy Days one day this week. Hopefully Monday, but we'll see. I'm going to have one on tomatoes. What else? You've got a living off the land.
Mm-hmm.
Porch time. So we've got quite a few videos coming up this week already that are.
Yeah, they've already been made. Some
They
of
just
them.
need to be edited.
They just got to be edited, and that's a big issue.
I need an editing secretary.
We need an editing secretary.
And a house cleaner. And somebody to pull
weeds, get up and fix breakfast for me in the morning, to rub my back at night, and to give me a bath or whatever.
No, you're not getting.
I'm not quite that old yet, am I?
No.
Okay.
When you go to the nursing home, they do that.
They do all that when I go there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as I know I'm gonna get it when I get there.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
I'm not gonna guarantee. They don't do things like they used to. So
they probably just spray you down with a hose now.
You probably don't get a bath at all.
They probably just wheel you in a wheelchair and take a water hose and just spray you.
You probably won't get a bath, just saying.
Probably won't. Probably won't.
And all God's children. Yes, he has one, but I don't know when. Are you going to do a live Sunday night, maybe?
I don't know yet. It just depends.
Maybe. He's done a live stream the last 2 Sunday nights.
Amanda tells me there's no nursing home. She's already promised me she's going to come take care of me. So I guess...
I can see her pushing you around a wheelchair and saying, if you don't behave, I'm going to shove you down in the pig pen.
She'll probably tip me over.
Yep, in the pig pen.
Just because. Yeah.
Prepare a job description. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, moderators. You guys have been wonderful. It's fun to have a lot of laughs, and we've really enjoyed tonight.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Guys, we have had a blast with y'all tonight. So we're fixing to jump off of here, and we will see y'all in the next video.
Bye, guys.